Ogun governor warns against sexual harassment in schools as standing students bags immediate employment at convocation. Traffic managers advocate regular capacity building to enhance road traffic regulation compliance. Hello and welcome to Channel 12 News brought to you by Nta Abeokuta. My name is Nta Abeokuta. Experts in information technology, solution providers, and other relevant stakeholders have been tasked to brainstorm and come out with a comprehensive report that will make Nigeria benefit maximally from the current global multi-billion-dollar digital economy. President Muhammadu Buhari, who gave the request at the opening of this year's E-Nigeria conference, specifically made a case for the improvement and expansion of the nation's digitization agenda for the betterment of the country. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo.
The president gave the directive at the opening ceremony of the E-Nigeria 2019 conference on the Nigerian digital economy. President Buhari said, transition to a digital economy is no longer optional for the MDAs, but an absolute necessity.
Just a few years, this platform has transitioned from being a luxury to an absolute necessity. It is in recognition of this fact that we decided to redesignate the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy with a mandate to develop and implement a harmonized and well-coordinated digital economy policy and strategy.
Let's join Adamu Sambo again for the report from the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari.
Before the approval of the 3 new road contracts, members of the Federal Executive Council engaged Works and Housing Minister Babatunde Fashola for over 2 hours on the status of existing road projects awarded so far across the country.
Roads are so strategic and important for the collective ownership and connectivity that represents the diversity of our nation. That's part of our strategy long-term to help grow the economy, to help create more jobs, to deliver the interconnectivity that we all talk about.
The new roads projects approved include Igboho, Oloko, Agbole Road in Oyo State at 7.2 billion naira, Gulu Yagba Road linking FCT and Niger State at 7.5 billion naira, as well as Sharada Madobi Road in Kano State at 4.5 billion naira. 523.8 million naira has also been approved for the completion of Ifalaye, Erimo, Iwaraja Road linking Ekiti and Osun states. Meanwhile, the council was briefed on the performance of the nation's economy following the results of the third quarter GDP and other indicators released by the National Bureau of Statistics.
Clearly, our economy is on track to a much better performance in 2019 than it was in 2018. And to further emphasize on this growth is to report that a total of 34 out of 46 economic activities actually grew in this third quarter. It's driven largely by the growth in the oil sector, which grew by 6.47%, and also that the non-oil sector itself grew by 1.85%. Coal mining has been reported as being the sector that has driven the most growth in the non-oil sector. The agricultural sector in particular grew at a rate of 2.28%. And when you compare it to the same quarter 3 of 2018, which is 1.91%. So this is an encouraging performance also for the agricultural sector.
The minister also described as encouraging the reported capital inflows during the period, valued at over $5.3 billion.
Cumulatively, what came in these 3 quarters in 2019 is 19.58 billion. And this is 34% higher than the amount that came into the country in the corresponding 3 quarters of 2018.
Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, however, debunked the insinuation that the nation's border closure is responsible for the recent increase in the rate of headline inflation.
What we're doing is important for our economy to return to the discipline of respecting the protocols that we all committed to.
We cannot continue to subsidize the rest of West Africa. The border closure, frankly speaking, is what we needed to do, and we had to do it.
Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed, on his part, announced the ratification by the Council of the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons.
The importance of ratification of this treaty is not lost on any of us. Nobody wants to see what happened in Hiroshima. We do want to see a repeat of even what happened near home here in 1961, when the French actually tested their nuclear bomb in Niger Republic, and it had repercussions in the neighboring countries. So this is what was achieved today. It's a very giant step towards maintaining world peace.
The treaty, now ratified by 34 countries, 3 of them in Africa, does not, however, impede the right of signatories to develop nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, Nta News.
And still on the President Mohamed will on Friday depart for Abuja to participate in the 5th Gas Exporting Countries Forum Summit in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea. Dennis Adegunoye has the rest of
the statement by Garba Shehu, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, says the one-day meeting will also be attended by leaders of major gas-producing nations of the world. Nigeria being home to the largest proven natural gas reserves in Africa, over 202 trillion cubic feet, and the 9th largest in the world, the Malabo Summit provides a veritable platform for President Buhari to reaffirm Nigeria's commitment to the broad objectives of the Gas Exporting Countries Forum, and also use the opportunity to discuss current trends in the global gas market, potential policies for the energy sector, and opportunities for collaboration. President Buhari will be accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Jeffrey Onyama, Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Timipre Silva, Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Olamilekan Adigbite, and the Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Mele Kolokiari. After the summit, President Buhari will head for Daura, Katsina State, on a 5-day official visit.
Meanwhile, the Senate has given its Committee on Niger Delta Commission 2 weeks to look at the budget estimates of the NDDC as forwarded by President Muhammadu Buhari and report to the Senate within 2 weeks. This followed the motion moved by Leader of the Senate, Abubakar Yahaya Abdullahi. After taking the voice note, the budget estimate was referred to the relevant committee. The President on the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, emphasized that the committee should work with the board of the commission as approved by the Red Chamber. In another development, the Senate has received executive communication from President Muhammadu Buhari. The first communication is seeking reconsideration and approval of the 2016-2018 federal government external borrowing plan, inclusive of all projects therein. The plan was first sent to the Senate in 2018, but was not approved by the 8th Senate. The second communication from the President is seeking the consideration and passage of the Companies and Allied Matters Bill 2019, which has been partially amended by Executive Order 1 of 2017. And still on legislative matters, the House of Representatives has resolved to intervene in the brewing face-off between the federal government and academic staff union of universities in relation to the implementation of the integrated payroll and personnel information system. The decision was in response to a motion from Tajuddin Abbas, which noted that a threat by ASU to embark on industrial action if the federal government goes ahead to enroll ASU members into the IPPIS spells jeopardy for academic activities in public universities. The House-mandated Committee on Labor and Productivity, Finance and Tertiary Education to look into the matter. The lawmakers, following a motion from Gudaji Kalzari, also resolved to investigate reasons behind the late decision by the Budget Office and National Planning to bring downwards the number of personnel which the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps and Nigeria Customs Service plan to recruit. The Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, read before the House two letters from President Buhari, one requesting the House to consider and approve the federal government's 2016-2019 external borrowing plan, and the other seeking consideration and passage of the Companies and Allied Matters Bill. And talking culture and tourism, Nigeria and South Africa would explore avenues in the culture, tourism, and creative industry to further strengthen the relationship that exists between the two countries. This was the outcome of the meeting between Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed and his South African counterparts in Lagos. Anthony Forson reports.
The Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed, while expressing delight over the visit, maintained that Nigeria and South Africa have over the years enjoyed a cordial relationship which puts them at par. And with this renewed zeal to further strengthen the bond, the creative industry is quite handy and potent.
We've always believed that culture and tourism is a very effective platform and a very effective avenue for cementing relationship between the two countries. A few years back, we did actually put in motion the machinery for exchange, cultural exchange visits between Nigeria and South Africa, and we're still working on it because we believe that a lot of issues can be resolved when we bring to South Africa our very popular artists, because I'm told that a few Nigerian musicians who are extremely popular in South Africa, and vice versa.
Against the background of recent happenings in South Africa, Lai Mohammed called for more of such visits.
I believe that nations will continue to relate with one another. We are going to have challenges, and it is this kind of visits that would help us cement relationship.
On her part, the South African Minister of Culture and Tourism, Mamboloko Kubanyi Ngubane, explained that her visit to Nigeria is to demonstrate her country's seriousness in keeping and further strengthening her relationships with other African countries, especially Nigeria.
Because part of the responsibility we have is to ensure that the two nations are able to continue with exchanging not only ideas, work, but we do have visitation between ourselves as countries. So that will be part of that. And we felt it important for us to be able to have this discussion, but also because we have specifically a memorandum of understanding between the two countries that has been live, that we've been working, continue on the work, and just to make sure that we can be able to enhance that work and continue.
She noted that South Africa was quite pleased with President Muhammadu Buhari's last visit to that country, saying it demonstrated Nigeria's genuine love for other African countries, especially South Africa, with whom a long relationship exists. The meeting, which went beyond just discussing culture and tourism, it went deep into explaining how to ensure that the recent happenings in South Africa don't repeat itself, just as the issue of fake news was taken into consideration as a tool that promotes hate and should be avoided. In Lagos, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
Away from culture and tourism and moving on to Ogun State, the Ogun State government has condemned cases of sexual harassment in some higher institutions in the country, with a warning that any perpetrator caught in the state-owned institution will be dealt with. Governor Nta Abeokuta handed down the warning at the 11th convocation ceremony of the Tai Shulang University of Education, Ijagun. State House correspondent Lukman Adefeso reports that the overall best graduating students received immediate employment.
A memorable moment it was for the 3,361 graduates of the Tai Shulang University of Education, Ijagun, as the institution marked its 11th convocation ceremony. But Atitu Olatunde, student from the Department of Technical Education, emerged the overall best student out of the 37 first-class graduates. He is grateful to the institution for its deliberate emphasis on imparting students with entrepreneurial skills.
The university has equipped us with entrepreneurial skills. The lessons, coupled with practical sessions, opened our eyes to various opportunities we could tap into. This has given us an edge for better productivity in our teaching careers.
Governor and the visitor to the institution, Prince Nta Abeokuta, says education as a fulcrum for sustainable development will continue to occupy a pride of place in his administration. He therefore charged the graduates to be creative and become employer of labor rather than being a job seekers.
I need to know that it will be uncharitable to say that the government will employ all of you into the white-collar jobs. But it's high time you began to think out of the box by considering to be the job providers and not job seekers. Be creative with all the potentials within you and maximize all the opportunities you may find your way to success.
In his convocation lecture entitled Life Without White Collar, Imperative for Vocational and Entrepreneurial Education, NYC Perspective, the Director General of the NYC, Brigadier General Shoaib Ibrahim, appealed to stakeholders to support government in the quest to create stable livelihood for Nigerian youths. Track up.
They strive to dissuade our teenage youth from pursuing the innocent white-collar jobs and concentrate on entrepreneurship. It's an ongoing process that requires periodic fine-tuning. It requires the synergy of all stakeholders because it is a responsibility that no one sector can handle alone.
The Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, appealed for adequate funding to sustain its legacies. 37 of the graduates came out with first-class honors.
And away from education, training and retraining of traffic regulation managers will go a long way in enhancing their performance on the job. This was a summation of speakers at the 4th Annual Trades Corps Commanders Conference held at the Valley View Auditorium, Government House, Nta Abeokuta. Akim Jimo's report is hereby presented.
Men and officers of the Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Agency came from across the state to be part of the 4th Annual Trades Corps Commanders Conference, with the theme Human Capital Development in Road Traffic Management, Challenges and Prospects. The conference afforded trade officers the opportunity to brainstorm on modern techniques involved in traffic management in line with international best practices. While declaring the conference opened, the Ogun State Governor, Prince Nta Abeokuta, who was represented, stated that government will continue to do everything possible to keep the road safe.
This government is on the right track. This government has the interest of the people at heart. This government is concerned with the safety of the people, concerned with the welfare of the people, and want to put everything in place that will ensure that this is achieved. If these people can be well sensitized, well educated on ways and manners to manage our traffic system, it will enhance the growth that the government is looking for.
Most importantly, the human capital development of the people, the entire workforce of trades in the leadership level, to making sure that they are constantly trained and retrained, because as this year has evolved, there are new technologies in road traffic management, and they need to get themselves accustomed to this, to making sure that the good people of Gateway State have easy rides on our roads.
For the Trades Corps Commander and the guest lecturer, the importance of routine training and retraining to traffic managers cannot be overemphasized.
We believe that we need more training and retraining for our operatives. You know, traffic management is dynamic in nature, and every new innovation is coming onto the road, either through technological base or that through manual base. So we need to improve on our mental alertness towards the job.
If you invest in human capital, most likely staff will be satisfied. Okay, and if you're satisfied, then you're progressing. But I'm telling you that if you invest in an innovation, you can measure productivity. Okay, clients will tell you the way in which you can measure human productivity.
The representatives of other sister agencies promised renewed collaboration with trades in the quest to keep the roads safe for users. The participants who commended the organizers of the conference noted that quality values have been added to their lives when it comes to traffic management.
And you're still watching Channel 12 News Live on Nta 12. Abeokuta more news after the break. To stay with us.
Ohun mìíràn lè tán mọ́ ọ lọ́wọ́ ṣùgbọ́n kò gbọdọ̀ jẹ́ owó ìpè.
Bíọ́dún. Owó ìpè rẹ láti gbé ní kẹ́ni tó nǹkan. Jọ̀wọ́ ṣàfikún àkókò ìpè rẹ.
Owó tán. Ìwọ ṣáà ti tẹ star 321# fún Borrow Me Credit kí o gba owó ìpè tí o lè sún àti sanwó rẹ̀ síwájú. Máa sọ̀rọ̀ ṣó pẹ̀lú Borrow Me Credit.
Gbé pèlè omi kan wá méjì dúrọ́ọ̀mù ni o gbé wá dúrọ́ọ̀mù omi ni kò gbé wá.
Unlimited.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. And moving on, Nigerians have been enjoined to embrace the fast approaching digital revolution, which is expected to improve the nation's economy. This call was made at an award and dinner night in Lagos. Awal Yusuf Jibo reports that the awards was organized by the Nigerian Computer Society.
The Nigeria Computer Society, through the National Information Technology Merit Awards, recognize individual commitment to the growth of information technology in Nigeria. The advocacy efforts organizers say is geared towards achieving sustainable development in the country.
It is essential that we recognize that excellence, hard work, exceptional accomplishments, and extraordinary service to the industry and profession, and this must be celebrated and rewarded.
President of the Society, Professor Additional Simon Shodia, says the awards cover strategic areas and issues based on IT specializations, NCS standards, global best practices, as well as conferment of fellowship on deserving members.
Some of our young guys, they are doing wonderful things in IT. They are introducing new things, and we have to recognize them. We have to support them. We have to try as much as possible to assist them in transforming their ideas into something that can enhance national development.
Categories of awards presented include IT Personality of the Year Award, Youth Innovation Award, and Long-Serving Staff Award.
Information technology is undervalued. What this award will do is to help me be more supportive to people like ISPON and the Computer Society of Nigeria.
I'm really happy and I would say overwhelmed with this fellowship. I pray it will be of great benefit to me, the whole society, and Gombe State in particular.
The Nigeria Computer Society is the umbrella body for all information technology practitioners, interest groups, and stakeholders in the country. In Lagos, Awoli Sojibo, NTA News.
In health matters, no fewer than 1,000 residents of Osun State are benefiting from the free surgical operation organized by the state government to commemorate the one-year anniversary of Governor Boyega Oyetola's administration. Correspondent Femi Afariagun reports that former Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, led the team of surgeons.
The patients, with various ailments ranging from lipoma, lumps in the breast, and other minor surgeries, were freely operated on across the three senatorial districts of the state. The operation exercise started in Iwo, Osun West Senatorial District, to Ilesha in Osun East Senatorial District, while Osogbo is the venue for Osun Central.
When the governor came on board, he promised to deliver on health and make health a signature project. And what he's doing now is to advance that agenda and bring health closer to the people.
Close to 1,000 people who have been attended to surgical cases. All categories of people are benefiting from it. But we in Osogbo here, I think we lay more emphasis on children than other places.
The Commissioner for Health also announced that drugs and other health facilities have been provided in all primary health care centers and hospitals across the state. In Osogbo, Femi Afariagun, NTA News.
Now to our sport desk for news and sports.
Former Super Falcons captain and goalkeeper Precious Didi has teamed up with her former boss Thomas Demerby in India as goalkeeper trainer of the India Under-17 women's team. The former Bayelsa Queens and Delta Queens star replaces former Indian national team goalkeeper Shaikh Mohammed Kadir as the India Under-17 women's team goalkeeper's coach after signing a one-year deal with the All India Ball Federation. Dede worked briefly with Thomas Demerby when the latter was Super Falcons coach and has now reunited with the former Sweden coach as they take charge of the team ahead of the 2020 FIFA Women Under-17 World Cup that will be hosted by India. Dede had 99 caps for Nigeria and won 2 African Women's Cup of Nations titles with the Super Falcons. Meanwhile, African champions the Tigers will battle host Serbia, 17 times Olympic champions, as well as Mozambique in the FIBA Women's Olympic qualifying tournaments. The draw for the qualifying tournament was done Wednesday, revealing the 4 groups of the qualifying tournaments. Nigeria's the Tigers reached the final FIBA Women Olympic qualifying tournament after a successful campaign at the African Women Olympic qualifying tournament held in Mozambique.
Lovely climate and beautiful scenery here at the IBB International Golf and Country Club Abuja, where the first round of the African Tour Nigerian Masters teed off Wednesday. Ikoyi-based Patrick Paul bogeyed par 3 hole 3 for a front 9 score of 37. A sumptuous eagle on par 3 hole 12 featured on his card with 2 more bogeys and a birdie for a 2 over 74. 2016 winner of the BNE Imo Scobbler of Ghana also closed with a 73 to stay within reach of 3 shots already set by the leader. 2019 Southeast Shootout champion Francis Ekpe and Benin City-based Chukwudi Okoro also tied for second after level par 72.
Today, I just told myself that I should be calm and put more fairway and more green.
Defending champion Vincent Toga of Ghana shot an opening round to under 70. The Ghanaian was 1 under before the turn and quickly recovered from a double bogey on par 4 hole 10 and another bogey on the 13th with 3 more birdies for another 35 at the back. That puts him 2 shots clear of the rest of the field.
I struggled a little bit from the beginning, struggling to save my putts. I had a chance to save the bogey on the first 4 holes, which I couldn't, and it actually brought some pressure on me, but I was able to overcome it.
21 players who have the game from 6 different countries, including Germany and Spain, are in contention for the prestigious Nigerian Masters jacket, the first prize, and of course the order of merit points.
And now to weather forecast for Friday.
Thank you for joining us. I am Theodora Itum, and this is what we expect across the country for Friday. Dust haze is expected over the northern states with a slight reduction in horizontal visibility, and over the central states, hazy conditions with intervals of sunshine is anticipated. The southern states is expected to experience haziness in the morning. Later in the day, thunderstorm activity is anticipated over the coastal states as well as parts of Enugu and Imo states, while the other inland areas should be in partly cloudy conditions. The rest of the country is expected to remain the same weather-wise. Stay tuned for temperatures across some selected cities. Bye for now.
And that wraps up Channel 12 News. Thank you for watching. I'm Idaresit Adedoku. Bye for now.
aláṣẹ muhammadu buhari yóò fi ìlú àbújá sílẹ̀ lọ kópa nínú àpérò ní ìlú equatorial guinea. gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ ògùn ṣe kìlọ̀kìlọ̀ fún àwọn olùkọ́ ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ifáfitì gbogbo tí wọ́n jẹ́ ti ìjọba ní ìpínlẹ̀ ògùn láti ṣe yàgò fún ìwà mímáa fi ìlọ̀kulọ̀ lọ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́bìnrin. wọ́n ti pè fún ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ààbò ní ojú òpópónà. ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí, àsìkò iṣẹ́ àtòrọ̀ ìrìn ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ́n láti lè ṣàmúhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ Nta Abeokuta Mohammed Adébọ̀wálé ní ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. aláṣẹ muhammadu buhari yóò fi ìlú àbújá sílẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ ẹtì ọ̀la lọ sí ìlú malabo tí í ṣe olú orílẹ̀-èdè equatorial guinea láti lọ kópa nínú àpérò àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tí wọ́n ń kó afẹ́fẹ́ gáàsì lọ sí àwọn ilẹ̀ òkèèrè fún títà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀karùn-ún irú rẹ̀. yàtọ̀ sí aláṣẹ ilẹ̀ nàìjíríà náà, àwọn tí wọn yóò tún kópa níbi àpérò ọlọ́jọ́ kan náà ni adarí láti ìlú algeria, egypt, equatorial guinea, libya, bolivia, iran, qatar, russia, trinidad àti tobago, united arab emirates, venezuela àti orílẹ̀-èdè norway tí wọ́n jẹ́ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tí ó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n ní gbèdéke jálá ìtọ́jú afẹ́fẹ́ gáàsì tí ó tó bí 70 sí 100. ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà ilé wa ti rọ ìgbìmọ̀ tí ó ń rí sí ìdàgbàsókè àti ìlọsíwájú agbègbè niger delta pé àwọn fún wọn ní ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì láti bójú wo àbá ìṣúná tí ìjọba yà sọ́tọ̀ fún àjọ NDDC eléyìí tí aláṣẹ muhammadu buhari ló wá síwájú ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà. eléyìí ló lọ ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú ìpè kan tí ẹni tí ó jẹ́ adarí ní ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà ìyẹn asòfin abubakar yahya abdullahi pé níbi tí ó ti sọ wípé kí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin pàápàá jùlọ ìgbìmọ̀ alábẹ́sẹ́kẹ́lé tí ó ń rí sí ìdàgbàsókè ohun ìlọsíwájú àjọ NDDC láti bójú àbá ìṣúná ètò náà fún ọdún 2020 kí ìdàgbàsókè ohun ìlọsíwájú lè dé bá àwọn ènìyàn agbègbè náà. ẹni tó jẹ́ aláṣẹ ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà ahmed lawan ló tẹpẹlẹ mọ́ wípé ó pọn dandan kí ìgbìmọ̀ náà ṣe iṣẹ́ wọn lójú àmì láti rí wípé gbogbo ìpèníjà tó ń kojú àwọn ènìyàn agbègbè niger delta ó di ohun àfisẹ́yìn tí egun máa fi sọ. ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin ti ń gbé ìgbésẹ̀ láti rí pé gbọ́mi sí omi òtó tó ń wáyé láàrin ìjọba àpapọ̀ àti ẹgbẹ́ àwọn olùkọ́ ní àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ifáfitì gbogbo ní orílẹ̀ nàìjíríà lórí ìgbésẹ̀ sísan owó àjẹmọ́nú wọn fún àti ṣíṣe àkójọpọ̀ orúkọ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ní àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ wọ̀nyí di ohun ìtàn pátápátá. ìgbésẹ̀ yìí ló pọn dandan láti rí pé nǹkan tí aṣòfin tajudeen abbas pé ìgbésẹ̀ ìyanṣẹ́lódì tí ẹgbẹ́ asuu ń gbìyànjú láti gùn lé ìyẹn tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ bá tẹ̀síwájú láti lọ́ọ́ fi orúkọ àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ náà sí inú ètò IPPIS yóò túbọ̀ ṣe àkóbá fún ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ síwájú sí i. nítorí ìdí èyí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin wá pàṣẹ fún ìgbìmọ̀ alábẹ́sẹ́kẹ́lé lórí ètò ìgbanisíṣẹ́, ìpèsè iṣẹ́, ètò ìṣúná àti ìdàgbàsókè ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ láti bójú wo ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ gan pẹ̀lú èròǹgbà láti wá ìyànjú sí i. bákan náà ni ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin tún ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò àbádòfin tí aṣòfin budaji kazaure tí ó fi ń pè fún ṣíṣe ìwádìí ní kíkún lórí ẹ̀sùn tí wọ́n fi kan iléeṣẹ́ tí ó ń ṣe kò kárí ètò ìṣúná àti ààtò ìlú lórí ìgbésẹ̀ láti mú ẹ̀dínkù bá àwọn ènìyàn tí àjọ NSCDC àti Nigeria Customs Service fẹ́ gbà bákan náà ni abẹnugan ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojúṣòfin Fẹ́mi Gbàjàbíàmílà tún ka àwọn ìwé kan tí aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari kan ránṣẹ́ sí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojúṣòfin lórí ìpinnu ìjọba àpapọ̀ lórí àwọn ètò ẹ̀yáwó ti ọdún 2016 wọ ọdún 2019 pẹ̀lú àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ ìjọba àpapọ̀ mìíràn. Ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ti kín ìgbésẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi ti àwọn ojú ibodè orílẹ̀-èdè yìí gbogbo sí àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó kù pa. Wọ́n ní ilé ìjọba ṣe láti rí i pé ìbáṣepọ̀ ètò ọrọ̀ ajé tó wà láàárín àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo pẹ̀lú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, pàápàá jùlọ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tí wọ́n wà nínú àjọ ECOWAS, ó túbọ̀ dúró dandan. Ẹni tó jẹ́ igbákejì adarí àjọ ECOWAS, ìyẹn Idris Ahmed Wase, ni ó sọ ilé ìdí mímọ̀ lórí ipò tí orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà dúró sí nígbà tí ó ṣe àgbéjáde àti àgbéyẹ̀wò àkójọpọ̀ àpérò ohun ìròyìn kan tí àjọ ECOWAS ṣe eléyìí tí ó lọ lọ́wọ́ ní ìlú Àbújá. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Àdó Àdàmú jábọ̀ wípé ìgbésẹ̀ ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti ti ojú ibodè orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà gbogbo pa sí àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó kù ló ń lọ ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú èròǹgbà aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari láti túbọ̀ ró ètò ọrọ̀ ajé orílẹ̀-èdè lágbára sí i nípa fífi àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lábẹ́ àjọ ECOWAS ṣe àgbátẹrù àti àtẹ̀gùn sí ètò ọrọ̀ ajé tí ó ní ọjọ́ iwájú rere. Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti ilẹ̀ South Africa yóò túbọ̀ ṣe àmúlò ogunlọ́gọ̀ àwọn àǹfààní tó wà nínú ẹ̀ka ìrìnàjò afẹ́, àṣà àti ọgbọ́n àbínibí láti lè jẹ́ kí ìmúgbòòrò dé bá àjọṣepọ̀ tó wà láàárín àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè méjèèjì nítorí ọjọ́ iwájú rere. Èyí ni ó jẹ́ àbájáde ìpàdé tó wáyé láàárín alákòóso fún ètò ìròyìn àti àṣà ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà Lai Mohammed pẹ̀lú akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ láti orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa, ìyẹn arábìnrin Nnamaloko Kubai Nabange ní ìlú Èkó. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Anthony Fosin múlò náà bọ̀ wípé ìpinnu láti ṣe léyìí ló pọn dandan fún ìlọsíwájú àti ìdàgbàsókè ẹ̀ka náà pẹ̀lú èròǹgbà láti ṣe àmúlò rẹ̀ fún ìdàgbàsókè ètò ọrọ̀ ajé àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè méjèèjì. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ti bu ẹnu àtẹ́ lu ìwà mímá fi ìlòkulò lọ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́bìnrin eléyìí tó ti wá ń wọ́pọ̀ ní àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ifáfitì gbogbo ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú ìkìlọ̀ wípé ẹnikẹ́ni tí ajere irú ìwà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣímọ́ lórí ní àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ifáfitì tí wọ́n jẹ́ ti ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí yóò fi ẹnu fẹ́ra bí abẹ. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ni ó ṣe kìlọ̀kìlọ̀ yìí lásìkò ayẹyẹ ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́jáde ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ onímọ̀ nípa ètò ẹ̀kọ́, ìyẹn Tertiary University of Education tó wà ní Ìjàgùn ìkọkànlá irú rẹ̀. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Lúpọ̀n Adéfẹ̀sọ̀ ló jábọ̀ ròyìn wípé ní kété tí akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó dáńgájíá jùlọ ti rí iṣẹ́ gbà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tó ń bọ̀ síwájú sí i.
Ayẹyẹ ìwúrí àti àsìkò ìdùnnú ni ó jẹ́ fún àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ jáde tí wọ́n tó bí 3,000 wọ́n lé ní 400 ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ìfáfitì onímọ̀ ètò ẹ̀kọ́, ìyẹn Tertiary University of Education tó wà ní Ìjàgùn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn níbi ayẹyẹ ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ jáde ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kọkànlá irú rẹ̀. Bọ́lá Títọ́ Ọlátúndé ni akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó dáńgájíá jùlọ nínú gbogbo àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ 43 tí wọ́n wà ní ìpele àkọ́kọ́ nínú àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n ṣe dáradára jùlọ. Ó fi ìdùnnú àti ìmọrírì rẹ̀ hàn sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́ Tertiary fún bí wọ́n ṣe tẹnpẹlẹ mọ́ fífi ẹ̀kọ́ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ kọ́ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọn. Gómìnà tó tún jẹ́ àlejò àti aṣíwájú ilé ẹ̀kọ́ náà, Ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún, sọ wípé ètò ẹ̀kọ́ jẹ́ ọ̀kan gbòógì nínú ohun èlò láti mú ìdàgbàsókè bá àwùjọ. Ó sì ní eléyìí gan ni ìṣèjọba òun yóò lò láti rí wípé ìlọsíwájú ohun ìdàgbàsókè tó làmìlaka dé bá ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn lápapọ̀. Ó rọ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ jáde náà kí wọ́n rí wípé wọ́n lo ọgbọ́n orí àti onírúurú ẹ̀kọ́ tí wọ́n ti kọ́ ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ náà láti fi dá iṣẹ́ ara wọn sílẹ̀ dípò kí wọ́n máa wá iṣẹ́ ìjọba káàkiri. Nínú ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni ọ̀gá àgbà àjọ NYSC, ìyẹn Ọ̀gágun Shuaib Ibrahim, ti rọ àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ kàn ní ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ láti gbárùkù ti ìjọba nínú ìlàkàkà láti ṣe àmúlò ètò ẹ̀kọ́ fún ìdàgbàsókè àti ìlọsíwájú ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọ̀dọ́. Ẹni tí ó jẹ́ gíwá ilé ẹ̀kọ́ náà, Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Àbáyọ̀mí Arígbàbú, rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí ìjọba láti ṣe ètò ìnáwó tí ó tó fún fún ilé ẹ̀kọ́ náà kó lè jẹ́ aṣíwájú lára àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo tó wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Àwọn 17 ni wọ́n wà ní ìpele àkọ́kọ́ nínú ìpele àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe dáradára jùlọ ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ náà fún ti sáà ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ti ọdún yìí. Mímáa ṣe ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lóòrèkóòrè fún àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ elétò ààbò ojú pópónà yóò túbọ̀ jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa ṣe dáradára sí i nínú iṣẹ́ wọn. Eléyìí ni ó jẹ́ àbájáde ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n ṣe fún àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ elétò ààbò trace ní gbọ̀ngàn ilé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn tó wà ní ìsàlẹ̀gbìn ní ìlú Abẹ́òkúta. Akeem Jimoh bá wọn wà níbẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n tó ń bọ̀ síwájú sí i. Ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ elétò ààbò ojú pópónà ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ni wọ́n wá jákèjádò ibi gbogbo ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láti wá kópa nínú ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n pe àkórí rẹ̀ ní Trace Corps Commanders Conference ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin irú rẹ̀, pẹ̀lú àkòrí tí ó ní ìrónilágbára nínú ìlànà láti mú ètò ààbò ojú pópónà lókùnkúndùn, ìpèníjà àti ọjọ́ iwájú rẹ̀. Ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀hún ni ó fi àǹfààní sílẹ̀ fún àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ trace láti ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìrírí ìjíròrò lórí ọ̀nà ọ̀tun tí wọn yóò gbà máa ṣe iṣẹ́ wọn, pàápàá jùlọ lórí ètò ààbò lójú òpópónà ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú bí àwọn ilẹ̀ òkèrè ṣe ń ṣe tiwọn. Nígbà tí ó ń ṣiṣọ́ lójú ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà, gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún tí ẹnìkan wá ṣojú fún fi ìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé ìjọba yóò túbọ̀ máa ṣe gbogbo tó yẹ fi ṣe agbátẹrù fún àjọ trace láti rí pé ààbò tó péye wà ní àwọn ojú pópónà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni tí ó jẹ́ ọ̀gá àgbà àjọ trace àti olùdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́, wọ́n tẹ̀ ń pẹ̀lẹ́ mọ́ wípé ó pọn dandan kí ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ máa wà lóòrèkóòrè fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ elétò ààbò ojú pópónà kí wọ́n lè ṣiṣẹ́ wọn bí iṣẹ́. Ọ̀pọ̀ lára àwọn aṣojú iléeṣẹ́ elétò ààbò gbogbo tó kù sọ wípé àwọn yóò túbọ̀ máa ní ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú àjọ trace láti rí wípé iṣẹ́ ètò ààbò ojú pópónà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn kò falẹ̀ rárá. Lára àwọn tí wọ́n kópa níbi ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà ni wọ́n ṣe àpèjúwe rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tó tọ́ àti ohun tó yẹ tó sì fi kún ìmọ̀ àti ọgbọ́n orí wọn. Wọ́n ti rọ àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà láti ṣe àmúlò onírúurú àǹfààní tí ẹ̀rọ díjítà mú wá fún àwùjọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí, pàápàá jùlọ ní ẹ̀ka ètò ọrọ̀ ajé. Ìpè yìí ni wọ́n pè níbi ayẹyẹ ìdárọ́lá àti ìwẹ̀jẹwẹ̀mu eléyìí tó wáyé ní ìlú Èkó. Akọ̀ròyìn Awal Yusuf Jibo jábọ̀ rò wípé ẹgbẹ́ tí ó ń ṣe kárí ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ sáyẹ́ǹsì àti kọ̀ǹpútà ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ló ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ètò náà. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tó ń bọ̀ síwájú sí i.
Ẹgbẹ́ àwọn amójú ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá nípasẹ̀ àgbáríjọ ìmọrírì àti ìdálọ́lá ètò ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ ìmí tí wọ́n rírì ipa tí ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan ń kó nínú ìdàgbàsókè ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Alága ìgbìmọ̀ tó ṣètò náà, Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Fẹ́mi Williams, ṣe àpèjúwe ètò ọ̀hún gẹ́gẹ́ bí èyí tó mọ rírì iṣẹ́ takuntakun ìfẹ̀mójì àwọn onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá ẹ̀ka ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ fún ìdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Olórí ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún, Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Adéṣẹ́yàn Ṣódíà, sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìgbésẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀dọ́ nínú ẹgbẹ́ náà láti mú àrà tuntun wọ inú iṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́, eléyìí tí àwọn sì gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe kóríyá fún ìtẹ̀síwájú ẹgbẹ́ àwọn onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ní agbòòrùn fún gbogbo akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà.
Àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n tó bí 1000 kan ni wọ́n jẹ àǹfààní àyẹ̀wò àti iṣẹ́ abẹ onírúurú ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun nínú ètò àti ayẹyẹ tí wọ́n fi ń sàmì ayẹyẹ ọdún kan tí gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ náà èèyàn Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Gbóyèga Oyètọ́lá ti wà lórí àga àlééfà. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Fẹ́mi Afáriogun jábọ̀ ròyìn pé ẹni tó ti fi ìgbà kan jẹ́ alákòóso fún ètò ìlera ní ilẹ̀ wa, Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Isaac Adéwọlé, ló léwájú ikọ̀ àwọn oníṣègùn tí wọ́n ṣe iṣẹ́ abẹ ọ̀hún. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn wa fún ti àsìkò yìí kò ní jù báyìí lọ. Pàdé wa nígbà míì fún àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn lọ́tùn. Ó dìgbà ọ̀rìn lásùn.
Aitenga Muhammadu Buhari na tron Abuja to so yi Malabo na do yi na haka tonto prigbo mionflo jehan si aiten he no ze mionflo jehan han aiten devu mele ogun imatenga ko do pagbe bo so vanukun do adan fondo meji ko do mede dido si ohopo to we holeme mo do kolo e so na asan we ho me vi he nyon we hugan to ti to de to me yin ayo hozon pa tole we ye ko so bi o na okun ni na ovi etan le to jojo na do hin agaji pla alu yo sin asan to aiteme mi kudo weja yi nini Gigoson television ho Nta Abeokuta to me we to mi deje lena mi ton we Anthony Gandonu gbeto he do nunu e dogbon lili kodo ohodo hala meno zo si ohoko gona lewenu si omozon wiwa lebipo po me no he kodo pla onumon kodon zan lebipo gona gbeto he ohodule we ye ko so dona ye ni modo yi si ayin bodo odopo bo sotan kodo ti to adodo kodo wale kan do popo he singa zonbo agayi na do pla iti Nigeria ton dogbon omozon lewenu ton zizan si oko dari rido ehe naso zombo agayi na do pla ko ubi ho me si oho aite Nigeria ton bo akwesusu ye kodi dollars le naso do no bi ho me na aite Nigeria ton ga aite ga Muhammadu Buhari we mi se do ehe to hu ni do to hu afo sonu kunjina oko isin okuligbo he do to dogbon aite Nigeria ton si agbajegbo kodo mo lewe ton nu ton zizapo do wajo dari edo ehe bibasi indo yin bibasi nugbo ena zombo agayi na do class nwa todo ajoho aite Nigeria ton ku bo aite Nigeria aite vile na so dugbe ton susu yin to mi ton adamu sambo we yi gbo ni loton wa na ni ngbe to aite ga si opoji aite ga Muhammadu Buhari we bi sedo ena tron Abuja to so ene aholuzangbe bona so yi aite labo ton ene Victoria Guinea si aiteme bonado yina okuligbo hakan atanto ene aiten keno zemi on floje han ene gas do hla aiten depo mole isedo mu emi se ko ti onuwe ito mi ton Dennis Adegun leyedo edo aiten gan namba si okuligbo bodo aiten depo mo nkan ton lebi ko keno zami on floje han gas ton bodi akwe àìtí àgànù kan bíbẹ́ hàn sí òhò he sọ́nà zanbo yìí dọ́nà du àkọ́ susu tó èjì dọ̀ hákàn àtọ́tọ́ òkúrìgbó lọ́wọ́ náà wà yìí mẹ́ tó Equatorial Guinea ìdọ̀ yìí dọ̀ àìtí ẹ̀gá Muhammadu Buhari sọ tán òkúrìgbó lọ́ tó iná gọ̀lẹ́ sọ yìí yìí má tẹ̀ ẹnẹ òtò ìtàn tó Katsina mẹ́ tó fínà ẹ̀ náà sọ ìzán àsán tọ́ntè bọ́nà tó gbọ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀ bòdó gọ̀lẹ́ wà Àbújá. Osendo ho da ho aite ton we misedo eko so na aisisingbe ton he dote dogbon agayi pla tolenu Niger Delta ton ose awe lodi asan dudodo wa nu kashakun na to modo ye pon onu he to jijo to wa President City to ahla NDDC lotomen ko so modo emize gigo mo nkan ton do hala aite nga Muhammadu Buhari na Osendo holo niso tó wà Sundeji tó ṣe àwẹ̀ ṣinṣin ehe wẹ̀ mísèlú ẹ wá dóta náà òwédè tó rìnrìn gòdè èèmù kan tó sẹ́ńtò ọ̀dà wà ìtẹ̀tàn Abubakar Yahya Abdullahi Ezetan tó hò ní tó hódọ̀ tó tuntun lọ́tò ètò àkọsíṣà sí ti tó àhàlà NDDC lọ́tàn wẹ̀yìn òòlù ègò ìjẹ̀rọ̀ sẹ́ńtò ọlọ́lẹ̀ yìí ní pọ̀ngànjí kó sọ wà Sundeji gànjí nukonta Osendo hoton Ahmad Lawan to hotome e wa Zinudoji deje danaji to na isingbelo na ni to wa son deje do ni wa to meho ni kodi yo asan he Osendo holoko na ye na okolo ni do indido fo to meho modo kolo e Osendo ho nu kumo nu aite itan ko so yin apodo na to modo emi dado ni awon aito jijo to shinsen na ton to poru kpodo omekplɔzɔ omekplɔ ogbemekplɔ tɔ le tɔn to university wo xɔ le metɔn kpo ene asutɔn dogbɔn yizã ene tito de he ahodu ayitɛ tɔn ko do te na do mɔdɔ me yi ahɔzɔ si le bi to do kpɔ du glɔ le wɛ tito lɔ glɔ afɔzize la wɛ mi se dɔ enyi gigɔsɔn owe de do lile gode he wasɔn tajudi na abasisi he sɔ do ayi ego gbɔdɔ àtàǹfọ́n tó méjì kó tó nùkún viva he asusi ògbẹ́lẹ̀ tó viva dó tọ̀ǹdópọ́dù kó tó wé hàmì kí rẹ jí nàdómọ̀dọ̀ èmi kan àtúndà yìí wọ́n máa yín ònú hèjẹ̀rẹ̀ náà ní wá yìí mẹ́ èrò yín tọ̀ǹdópọ́dù máa bá sí ònú hèjẹ̀ lọ yìí kò fún ànùkún nàdómọ̀dọ̀ èmi kan àtúndà yìí lẹ́hìn náà sọ yín ònú hè náà bẹ́ pọ́lá yọ̀pọ́lẹ̀ sí òwe tó pọ́n sí ti tó ẹni ó tu ọ̀yẹ̀ wá dẹ̀wọ̀ lẹ́jẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀sẹ́ńdó hàn mọ̀ náà yìí tẹ̀ ìtàn lọ ní wàsánbèjì tó ẹni tanu rẹ̀ ọ̀sẹ́ńdó hàn lọ wá dègbè náà ìsíngbẹ́ tán tó gbọ̀n àzán wíwá kódó àzán sí rẹ̀ sí òwò kójú lò náà èyí tó mọ̀dọ̀ yé gbàdó pọ́n náà òun ètò jìjọ̀rọ̀ bu aná jùgọ̀ ọ̀sẹ́ńdó hàn kúmọ̀ ní lọ́tàn tó mà dẹ̀. ògùn yìí má ti họ́ọ̀dù wẹ̀ mísèwẹ́ kó sọ gbẹ̀wẹ̀ náà òkú mẹ̀dẹ̀ dídọ́ kódó àdán fífọ́ndó méjì dọ́ndọ́nà tó dèwì tàǹtàǹtàn ètò jíjọ tó wí hàn dáódáó délẹ̀ nìtò àyí tẹ̀mẹ̀ tó wì ní sọ zé ònùkún vivan bó sọ hòsẹ́n náà mẹ̀rẹ́ pépé heba sí nínú mọ̀ nkọ̀tàn dọ̀ mẹ̀rẹ́ pépé heba sí hejù àlọ́sọ̀jẹ̀ wẹ̀ ẹ̀nà mọ̀ nùkún bíbí a òsẹ́n tán tó àyí má tẹ̀mẹ̀ dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún wẹ̀ ní sẹ́dọ̀ ehòsẹ́n he tó hákàn wúlò kótọ́ òwe pípọ́n kó sí àyájìjẹ títò yunifásitì wéhọ táìṣó láàrin tán ètìntò ìjagun ìyítọ̀mítọ̀ Lukman Adéfẹ̀sọ ètìntò àyè mátìngá dè wọ̀nyí gígọ́ọ̀lì lọ́tàn wa náà ní gbọdọ̀ wíhọ̀wẹ̀ fi he sọ́yàn wíhùgá bóyí táyà hùgá tó wíhọ̀wẹ̀ fi lọ́lọ́mẹ̀ wẹ̀ àyè mátìngá sọ́nà àzán àdókòlọ́ dọ̀nà ní bẹ́ àzán níṣẹ́dọ̀ tó wíhọ̀wẹ̀ fi he kún ọ̀fọ́tàn dònú wọn àtàn ẹran fo ìkànkò nkọ̀tàn mẹ́gbà nínú ètò yìí mẹ́ wọ́n ẹ̀yìn àlọ́nùwé máa hèyè yìí tó fínẹ̀ wọ́n àyè mátẹ̀ngá Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún wá dọ̀nà gbẹ̀tọ́ ìwé ọ̀bẹ̀bẹ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ láyé níwànà dónù kún àhọ́sí àzámbò dọ̀ yìí nínú ọmọdọ̀ yóò ẹ̀sùn bí àzán náà yéde bó sọ dó àlọ́zán dídó tí ó ẹ̀sìn gàásán bọ̀ àgà yìí náà tó pálá àyè tẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tàn gbòòrò jù ẹni òtù ẹ̀jẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí ní pànùkan àzán èyí àlọ́zán yìí tàn gbò èyí kò kún lọ́ọ́ hìwẹ̀ náà zọ́nbọ̀ àgà yìí náà tó pálá àyè tẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tàn. òkun nínà mẹjọ ẹjọ ẹ he jẹdọ yìí nínú náà mẹyìn àlùhọzán sílẹ̀ wúwo ẹ̀yìn òní èyí tó yí adọ ẹsìn gázán bọ àgà yìí náà tó pálá àsọwọ ìwà yìí tàn tó dé pípé nìyí tí tó àsán yẹn ehe wẹ̀yìn òní èyí dọ̀hó gan ẹnìmẹ̀ ìdọ̀hó tó ti tò á kàn ẹnìtọ́ kojíkojí sí àìsí òpírígó he àlùhọzán pa tí ògbẹ́ àyímátẹ̀ ìtàn ilẹ̀ trace ìtàn lọ èyí dókè ìwà àyímẹ̀tò valley view sí gbótẹ̀ àyímátẹ̀ àhọ́dù ìtàn etí tó ìsàlẹ̀ ìgbẹ̀yìn Abẹ́òkúta fìlẹ̀ èyí tọ̀mítàn Akeem Jimoh yégi gọ́ọ̀nù lọ́tàn wá gbọdọ̀ òkúrú gbólọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn ònúgbè náà wà àyímẹ̀tò kojíkojí ó di àtàdé ṣẹ̀dá yìí àsánpá trace ìtàn rẹ̀ nàdómọ̀dọ̀ yìí rọ̀mẹ̀ èdè òní ẹ̀ẹ́dọ́gbọ̀n àlòyí họ́sùsán sí òwúlẹ̀jì gònà tó náà náà ò pọ́n mẹ́yìn àsán sí àsán patrice ìtàn rẹ̀ ẹ̀dọ́ òkú ìtàn lọ́wọ́ yìí hákàn ẹ̀nẹ́tọ́ ìpírígbó mọ́ńkọ̀tàn náà tó wúwà yìí tó fúnẹ̀ tó ẹ̀mẹ̀ yìí àyè náà yìí mátẹ̀ngàtọ̀ dógùn àlọ́sán tó sí òkú jípo gọ́nà gbẹ̀tọ́ débò mọ́ńkọ̀tàn rẹ̀ ìlẹ̀ sunsun dọ̀hó dógùn títò lọ́tò gbà. ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní máàmù ó gan lè tó gbé mi kébì ní pé tó máa ò sí nǹkan mi tó sọ ìjà náà gígọ́ọ̀lù lọ́tàn lébù ìjọ́dàgbẹ̀.